She is the most hard-working royal, never shying away from her duty to the country. Even in the midst of this coronavirus, she is continuing with her engagements. But yesterday, for the first time actually in 10 years, she was seen wearing gloves at an investiture ceremony. And given that the mortality rate is almost 15% for the over 80s, if they contract the virus, almost 15% of them will die. That begs the question, should the Queen be continuing with her royal duties? I mean, the royal family in Sweden have cancelled a big gala dinner this week, haven't they, saying they really think that they should be protected, or the country or the government think they should be protected. What do we think? Should the Queen still be
No, I mean, this
working?
is the Queen. And let's bear in mind, her mum, the mighty Queen Mother, wouldn't leave London in the Blitz. And she said, my kids aren't leaving London either. And Buckingham Palace was bombed. I mean, nobody was hurt, but... So when you come from that kind of background, are you really going to be put off by the prospect of a flu virus? No.
It's the Blitz spirit, I
yeah,
suppose,
she's just going to, you know, keep calm, carry on.
I noticed that in the investiture yesterday, she was wearing gloves, and that is a new departure. Of course, when I got my gong from the Queen, she didn't wear gloves.
Gong.
Gong, yeah. Gong. Look, I was thinking... I just think it's amazing she is carrying on, and it's really, really important. And I think it sends a good message to everybody that if she can just carry on, we should be not making a fuss. And all I'd say is, here are my rubber gloves, and should any of you wish to come in within 3 feet, I'll be wearing them on public transport.
But she's 93, and we said the risk is a lot higher. Not necessarily contracting it, but if you did contract it at that age...
Yes, but I'm 73, so the risk for me catching it is more than any 18-year-olds or 24-year-olds, but I'm not panicking.
I'm kind of a thing, if it's good for the Queen, it's good for me. The minute she goes missing, I'm missing.
Well, I could,
Gone.
I liked that. I liked the spirit of the Queen, so I just thought, you know, to see her out there carrying on her duties, but obviously taking precautions, and that's what, you know, Public Health England are asking us to do, and the government, aren't they? Which is just
I think it's mostly about trying to stop the spread,
well,
rather than the actual prospect of getting it, because actually, as you say, apart from the very elderly or people with underlying health issues, it shouldn't be that big a problem to actually get it, but what they want to do, obviously, is not spread it.
But you're going on tour soon, aren't you? And I know what you're like with people. You're very, have a selfie. And...
Yeah, but now, recently, and it's not just since the virus, I've been, you know, I was at the theatre a couple of days ago and somebody was coughing continuously behind. But I'm like, do you have a hand? Where is your hand? Just use your hand and cover your mouth. I can feel the draft going past my neck. And every time I'm flinching, and it wasn't even a horror, it was a comedy. It was just
But then if they use their hand and not a hanky, and then they touch the door handle and you touch it behind them...
Are you still travelling on public transport?
I am, but I wear gloves, or I have a scarf and I put the scarf where I just don't sit down anywhere. I just stand like that and look really
I'm still
miserable.
going. I went on the Underground last night. I went there and it was perfectly OK, and I don't see anyone really wearing a face mask. I think that's been...
I don't think the face masks are that... You know, it is all about... I mean... Even at the best of the times on the tube, I do think when I've got my hand up on that, I say, oh, thousands and thousands. They've done tests, haven't they? And there's like so many germs.
You can say that about anything, so that's where the hand washing comes in, doesn't it? It's like whatever you touch. I don't know who brought this cup in today, you know, so you just have to think, don't touch your face until you've washed your hands.
But we need to restock on hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. Angie says, the Queen has lived through more viruses, wars and upheavals than all of us. She keeps on going. God bless her for showing us what to do rather than telling us. Although Jackie, thank you for your comments, Jackie. She said, actually, at her wonderful age, Her Majesty should be taking every precaution possible. So a lot of people agree with you that she should be looked after. Pat says, why should she change a habit of a lifetime? She's been through all the flu epidemics without bother. We could all take a leaf out of her book.
On the hand sanitizer thing, if they have run out, just to say, raw garlic is a really good anti-bac if you just... And then people are going to stay away from you anyway because you're going to stink of garlic. So rub raw garlic.
Yeah. Well, I just think I'll stick to soap and water, thank you.
Just adopt my normal tactics, which is give everyone the poisonous look and not let them
Don't touch you.
Do a Janet.
Don't come within a metre. Don't come within a metre of her.